When I was a kid, or not a kid, but when I was in high school, we had barnstormers coming to town doing aerobatics, and that just took everything. I had to go to fly some way or another. And all through high school, all I did was draw airplanes. At that time, you didn't volunteer for nothing because they gave you just the exact opposite of what you asked for. However, I asked to be an aerial gunner. Now, this was in 1943. And in 1943, the U.S. Air Force took its biggest beating it ever had. In fact, they almost quit flying the missions because they lost so many. So that when I said I wanted to be an aerial gunner, they put me on a fast track to replace, well, what you might call cannon fodder. We went through gunnery school, armament school real quick, and before I know it, I was on my way overseas. We took off from England, went up, flew over the Netherlands, into the Baltic Sea, bombed Gdynia in East Prussia, flew into Russia, no air-to-air fueling in those days. It was hands-on flying, no computers or anything like that. We were in Russia for 3 days, then loaded up, went back into Trzebania, Poland, hit an oil field, and then on the way back to Russia, we had an oxygen fire in our top turret gunner. The fire was so bad that the bombardier and the navigator bailed out. And I'm in the ball turret, and I see these two guys go by me. I come up out of there like a shot out of a gun and grabbed my parachute. I went back to jump. I took one look out there, and I said, that ain't for me, as long as those 4 engines were going. So we got the fire out, got back to Russia, minus the bombardier and the navigator. Now I'm the bombardier, instant officer. So then we loaded up, we bombed Bazou, Romania, went on into Italy, stayed there 4 days, loaded up, took off for Toulouse, France, bombed for Toulouse, France, back to England. That was a tour mission. What they did was when I went over, it was 25 missions. I got to 24, they jumped it to 30. When I got to 29, they jumped it to 35. And at that time, the odds were you wouldn't get beyond 11 missions. And here we are, constantly being upped 5 missions. I finally caught them at 35. Needless to say, I was overjoyed. My tail gunner had a saying, one last time. And every time we'd come back, he'd say, one last time. So we made it one more time.